Searching for Love, A Guide to Healing the Inner Me, serves as a guide for what a healed heart looks like. This book provides sobering truth to ensure you will create an environment authentic and God-ordained healing. This book encourages the reader to let go of this false self, and it reminds us that if we are to embrace who we are, we have to let go of who we are not. When we aim to heal the inner me and understand everything is not because of the enemy, we allow ourselves to detoxify from the junk that lies dormant that we honestly don't want to surface. It is my prayer that after reading this feat, you are compelled to move from toxicity, recognize your value, and arrive at a place called heal.
Hey, y'all. Tell me if you can hear this real good. This is not, I don't own any music that's playing, no rights, no publishing. Y'all know the thing. Y'all know the drill. Y'all welcome to Kitchen Conversations on tonight. As you see, I'm in the actual kitchen tonight. So, hey, y'all welcome. Come on in, comment. Say hey to me. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're on tonight. This is Pastor Mike Jr. I got it. I always got to play some music just to get into my vibe. So y'all come on, vibe with me tonight. Hey, if you got it, you got it. Say hey, I got it. Hashtag I got it. Come on. I need to know y'all here. Y'all listening to me tonight. Now, y'all know the drill. Kitchen Conversation. We deal with real people, real issues, but we base it on biblical solutions. So I'm here. I'm Dr. T. I'm Dr. Toya. I am not a medical doctor, but I am a doctor of the spirit. I have my doctorate in ministry. So, y'all, I am a doctor of your spirit. So I'm here for you. Okay. You need your spirit revived. You need to be rejuvenated. You need to be restored. Hit me up. I'm your girl. Okay. So y'all come on in. Tag your favorite person, your business bestie. We're talking about business tonight. We're talking about ministry. We're talking about organization, leadership. We're talking about it all tonight. So if you ever wanted to know how do you need to get your business organized, we're talking about that tonight, okay? So y'all come on in. Come on in, share it. Say hey. I see I got a couple of people on. Say hey to me. I want to know you here. Also, you know the drill. We always come in with our favorite beverage or our cup. See that kitchen conversation? Y'all can go on the website. I got this for you, www.toyaspencer.org. Y'all can order y'all kitchen conversation mug, and we can be on vibing together on the first and the third Thursdays, of course. So I got my snack. I always tell you how you snack. Listen, I got my smart food popcorn. See, y'all need to try these. These are the Holy Ghost. You hear me? They got the anointing all over it. I'm just telling you. These sweet and salty smart food popcorn, baby. Child, they in the Holy Ghost. I'm telling you. Okay. So I got my snack. I got my drink. I got my water as well. Got to stay hydrated, right? So you know what I learned about this water? And I never knew this. Y'all, this water has salt in it. It has sodium bicarbonate in water. Who would have known that? You're getting salt. You want to know why your blood pressure going up? You're drinking this water with this salt in it. Didn't know that, but I got too many of these. I got to make sure they go. You hear me? I don't have high blood pressure, so right now I'm gonna drink this pure Nestle, Pure Life. It's gonna be me. Okay, sorry, I ain't gonna waste my money. But y'all make sure y'all go on to iTunes and download this song by Pastor Mike Jr. I got it, because you know what? I got it. I got the anointed. I got, the glory follow me. I'm a glory carrier. Hey, I got that anointing. I got that breakers anointing. Hey, it's already mine. Hey, Ava, how you doing? Thank you. Somebody spoke to me tonight. I mean, somebody's really being obedient. Can somebody else be obedient and speak to me? Make me feel good. Make me feel like you on here. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. But anyway, so we on here tonight. We're talking about business besties. If you got your business besties, please tag them on here. If you got your ministry bestie, your prayer partner, your prayer warrior. Hey, Chastity, somebody else come. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better come and speak to me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So y'all come on. If you got your ministry, your prayer partner, your accountability partner, come on, y'all come on in, tag them, tell them to come on in, because the next person that I'm going to introduce, she got some good stuff for you. Now she can help you. She's helped me organize some of the things in my life as far as what I want to do next in ministry. Not just this kitchen conversation. This is just the surface. Okay, it's some more stuff that I got in me that And I ran across her. Guess what? On Instagram. Just rolling on Instagram. I saw her post. I said, "Oh, she looked like she nice. Oh, she looked like she know what she talking about. Oh, let's talk. Let me talk to her. See what she could teach me." But I just really, enjoy, when we got to talking, I enjoy her spirit. We laugh. She laughed. She made you feel comfortable. She's knowledgeable. She made you feel like your ideas was like brilliant. I thought I was just, up here. You hear me? She made me feel like I was up here, like I was really Dr. T. She made me feel like that. Okay. So, but she's called the Tailor Coach. So she tailors what you have, what you want to package. She tailors it specifically just for you. And how do I know that? Because she did it for me. I hadn't launched what she done for me yet, but what she did for me, I want to introduce her to you so she can do it for you. So I'm just gonna bring her on, and she's gonna introduce herself, all what she does, the Tailor Coach. Her name is Jennifer Taylor. So I'm just gonna bring her on the screen. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey.
How you doing, Toya? Good. How are you? Look, see, she's already laughing. See you. We have a good time. We laugh.
We do.
Like we have supposed to have 30-minute sessions. It usually winds up an hour, maybe hour and some change, because we just be talking and laughing, So, but she has such a sweet spirit. She's also in ministry, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, Jennifer.
Thank you, Toya, for that warm welcome. I'm really excited to be hanging out with you tonight. Like she said, we always have a really good time on our Zoom calls. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Jennifer Taylor. I'm the owner and the operator of the Tailor Coach. And yes, I provide tailored solutions. I equip pastors, ministry leaders. I help you stop wearing all those hats and help create systems, training programs, and things like that to help the teams thrive and achieve operational excellence. My goal is to kind of alleviate the stress, free up some more time in your week, and improve your success in ministry. So that's a little bit about what I do.
Yeah, and she does. I'm telling you, she puts me on track now. We had a long conversation about what I want to do, and then a long conversation about what I want to do after we did what she did for me. But it came out to be very, very good. I'm just waiting on to, when I'm going to launch it. I'm just excited, about what she did for me and what we're gonna do in the future. It's just, she really knows her stuff. So she made me feel like some weight was taken off. So some weight was taken off, because I was like, I want to do this, but I don't have time to just create stuff, Like if you want to create online courses and you want to create webinars and things of that nature, Jennifer is your girl. Okay, she can help you out. She can help you put all your jumbled up thoughts that I have in my head. She put it all on paper and she make it sounds good. Okay, so yeah. So also, Jennifer, tell the viewers, you also in ministry, correct?
Yes. So I serve in ministry. I have pastors. Look, I'm under authority. My pastors are Pastors Ron and Gina. I go to a wonderful church called Faith Life International Church. So shout out to anyone that's on from Faith Life. Woo woo. Love my church. I serve as a minister there. So I preach and teach, but I also do a lot of what I do for the Taylor Coach. I do at Faith Life operationally as well. Love it. Been with that ministry for 15 years. So
wow. So what is actually I guess Ava? You know Ava? And
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Ava's here. All right, Ava.
My husband is also on. I saw him jump on, so I had to give a shout out to my husband, Garen Taylor. We've been married for it'll be 18 years.
18, girl. You look like you're just 25. You mean you? Of course. You mean to tell me you've been married 18 years?
Almost getting there. Yes, getting there.
Wow. When would it be 18 years?
In September.
All right. Celebrating 18 years. You have any kids?
Yes, we have 3 children, all girls. I have one about to turn 17. And then I have a 13 and a 12-year-old. So
I know that feeling. I have 3 as well. Hey, Jackie. Jackie came on there. She's my Mary Kay lady, so she's coming on here. Hey, Jackie. So yeah, I have 3 as well. I have one that's 25, and then I have one that's 13, and one is 11. He'll be 12 in August.
Okay, so yeah, we're right there together.
Right. So I thought I had lost my mind. I had 25, then I jumped all the way down to 13. Like I was almost done. I was almost out of there.
You're almost out of the gate.
I was almost out of there. But, let's get back to business. So anyway, so let's see. If anybody, let me ask you a question. I think I had a question. You told the listeners about yourself. How did you get started doing the Taylor Coach?
Well, I started the Taylor Coach because I saw a great need in the church as a body for, some organization and some help. Pastors, sometimes they're either bivocational, which means they have, the job in ministry and then they work a full-time job a lot of times, or even if they are in full-time ministry, they're balancing family and then they're doing all the work of the ministry, visiting in the hospital, calling members, trying to figure out paperwork, and still trying to write those sermons that they have to do every week or sometimes more than that. And they don't need to wear all those hats. So my goal is to show them how not to do that. See who else is available, has certain skill sets, and are willing to be trained, because that's another big one. And then help them alleviate that. So I saw the need, not just in my ministry, which we have great pastors, and they work really hard, but in other ministries as well. So definitely the need is there, and we want the kingdom to be fulfilled. We want Jesus' name to be made great. And sometimes churches shut down or don't fulfill their calling because they don't have the right processes in place. And so that's the goal, is to avoid doing that. Okay.
So you help churches create systems, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because so a lot of churches don't know about systems. So tell them about some of the systems that you help create.
A big one is financial. So a lot of people come in, just like when you're starting a regular business, you may be good at sewing and making costumes or whatever, but you don't know how to run the business. You don't know how to do any accounting. You don't know how to hire people, do HR. It's the same thing in the church. You may be called, and, a lot of times you're called to ministry, and you're focused in that area, but you still got to pay the bills. You still got to bring people on. You still got to keep your systems in place financially so that you can keep your 501c3 in, and not get that revoked. So, those types of systems are very necessary, even from day one. Even if you don't have a staff, you still got to make sure you're keeping your financials in order. So those things are super important. And a lot of stuff gets left behind or doesn't get done properly if they don't have the right systems in place. And
That's right.
we don't want that.
Yeah, that's true. And you said somebody can get their 501c revoked. You mean
Yes.
if even once you get it, that means you can get it revoked. Now, how can one get their 501c revoked?
So as a church, you can be nonprofit and not pay taxes. Okay.
Right.
But you don't get all the benefits that the government provides. So the IRS allows you to become a 501c3 organization, not just churches, other nonprofits as well, but they have strict guidelines. So if you're not following proper accounting practices, you can, or your bylaws are not in place, the different things that you do to operate your business, and they find out something shady's going on, that thing can be yanked. And then the people that are trying to donate to your ministry are not going to have that tax benefit, and they're going to go elsewhere with their donations. So it's really important to keep that, everything you need to do to keep that intact. You want to make sure you're doing it.
Right. I think we had already answered that. What type of pitfalls, but what other types of pitfalls that you see in ministries that happens, or not necessarily in ministry, but just in businesses, that happens, that they fail in the first 5 years or so. What are something that you have seen in the church that causes some of these major pitfalls?
One big one, outside of obviously not having your paperwork in order, is not having people in place. So you'll see that, let's say, unfortunately, if a pastor passes away suddenly or gets moved to another ministry or another location or has to relocate, what happens to the church that they leave behind? What happens to the business that they leave behind? It's really important that you have people in place, and not just, okay, elder so-and-so is going to take over the church, but does elder so-and-so know all the things that need to be done to run the church? So we need to be training elder so-and-so today on everything the pastor does and needs to do, so that not only that, not if he leaves, but can we take a vacation? Can we go out? Can we take a sabbatical? Can we take time off? If that's not something that you have in place, then the main guy or the main lady goes away and there's no backup, the ministry can shut down. And that's a big deal. It happens all the time. And so you want to avoid that. So if you lack systems, you can really be losing the opportunity to reach the people that God has called your ministry to reach. You don't want to be in place and then a few years later have to shut down, and then that you had no impact on the surrounding community. That's not what was intended for your ministry. If you were called to that location, if you were called to those people, there's an assignment that you have, and you're not fulfilling your assignment if you don't have these simple systems in place. So that's why it's so important.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Now, what if one wants to, like you helped me with my webinar to get it all together? If one has the the ideal in their head, what does one need to come if they say, I need the Taylor coach to help me construct online presence or online course or a webinar, just so I can start building some momentum in my ministry? What do one need to have when they book a session with you?
I mean, it's nice to have a starting point. It's nice to have a vision. God gives us all vision. So at least to have that, something on paper. I have a gift of being able to take what you have, in the big cloud, right? And bring it down into bite-sized pieces so that we can actually take action on those different things. So I try to help create a plan for you, figure out what your goals are, your short-term goals, like what do you need done this month? What do you see happening this month versus what are we trying to accomplish by the end of the year or in 5 years? So we really try to chunk that down and then make a plan of action steps that you have to take. And it's accountability on both sides. I know you know that, right?
Yeah. Yes, I know.
I give homework assignments.
Yes,
Ask me how the homework is coming, right?
Yes, Lord, mercy. And I'm the one, I do my homework assignment right when I get on Zoom, like right before. I'm like, oh God, I forgot my homework assignment, so I'm tired. I'm writing, I'm writing
I'm
whatever I
texting,
need to write. But
like, you got my assignment done, right?
right. That's like, yeah, partially, but once we get to talking, and having conversations, so it usually just comes all together. So
Yeah.
yeah, so another question. I know we talked about ministry, but do you help people in just simple small businesses, or is your main focus just ministry?
My main focus is ministry, but what I find is when I start working with ministries and ministry leaders, that those people are entrepreneurs, right? I'm one, you're one. So a lot of times they come to me because, hey, I got a business too. And so I can help with that. I do have a finance and business banking background. So before I started working in the church, I worked at the bank. Right. So I did
Really? Ain't that something? Small world, because I work at the bank, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, I did small business lending. I help people set up their bank accounts. I help people start a business, do the right filing, the right paperwork, all that kind of stuff. Help them with understanding their business taxes, all of that. So I have that knowledge. It helps me in church. It helps me in ministry, but it also helps me help other small businesses that are getting started as well, or people that may have already been established, but they just need some direction. Like, what do I do next? Or I'm stuck. I've done sessions with people like that. I've helped people with our monthly coaching or creating a package that works for them to help them get to the next level too.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you have anything like upcoming in ministry, or as far as the Taylor Coach goes, like maybe some specials going on, or maybe your own webinar, I don't know, so, anything like that. So
yes. So I'm actually, so there's a couple things. If anyone is not following me on Instagram, you can go to my Instagram profile. You can DM me the words 5 steps, and I have a free guide for leaders. So just to help, a little jump start to help you get started. It's a free ebook. So you can always do that. Also, I'm in the process of, I'm midway in the middle of our course, which is called Church Operations Made Simple. And it's got 9 modules in it full of church forms, ministry forms that you would use on a day-to-day basis, how to help your pastor, what things you need to do for training, just a whole list of things that you can get done. And so we're working module by module to try to get that done. And then it'll be a program that you can do self-paced. And, if you don't want to go through if you don't want to see my smiling face, every month or whatever for our coaching, monthly coaching or biweekly coaching, you say, no, I kind of want to do it at my own pace, then that's going to be an option for people like that. So we're excited about that. That should be launching in the next couple of months. So
that's awesome. Now you tell them that if they go to your Instagram and they DM you at the Taylor Coach, right?
Yep.
The DM you the word what?
5 steps.
5 steps, and they get a 5-step.
So it's the 5 steps to mastering key leadership skills. So if you're wanting you can even use it for an upcoming training. So if you ever watch my Instagram videos or my little stories or whatever, you see I'm very passionate about training. I'm very passionate about taking every opportunity you have in front of your team to train them on something. So this is a great thing that you could do for your trainings. You could set up a session and you can be the trainer, but you look like the expert, but you got the tools. And so,
that's right.
So just something to help people in leadership to get going.
Oh, that's amazing right there. I didn't know nothing about that. I might have to get that 5 steps.
Yeah, get it, girl.
Yeah, because I need that. And I need that in my life, So anything else you want to tell the people about the Taylor Coach? Business strategies, just, something to, I guess, you said you're coming up with the module, right? Can you give the listeners a teaser of what might be in the modules?
Okay, so I can give you a list of what's in the modules.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have how to support your pastor. right? So key things like the way you listen, the way you watch, what things you're doing to help be a support and remove burdens from them. So how to do that, how to be an active listener and a doer, anticipating needs, supporting them, being good at not taking credit. Because sometimes we want to do things on behalf of, but then we want to be thanked and praised. And so just, backing up from that and realizing that we're serving the ministry is so important. So that outside of that, we have the tools of the trade. So just a lot of forms and things that people can use, like today. So you don't understand accounting, I'm going to give you a little spreadsheet for that. Those types of things to help guide you along the way. Some formatting for building a team. So how to document what you do every day, because part of building a team. So some people, like leaders, they some leaders, not all leaders, but when they get information, we kind of just want to hang on to the information. It makes us feel a little special, a little better.
Right.
But it's not really helping your team. And some people think that when you're away and your team fails, that's not a good reflection of who you are as a leader. You don't want that. You want your team to completely shine when you're gone, like be the best that they can be. And the way to do that is to make sure you're equipping them while you're here. So all the opportunities that you have to equip them while you're here. So we're going to talk about leadership development and duplicating yourself and how you can really do that. So that number one, if you need to take a break, you can do it. Right? If you need to get elevated or promoted, you can do it. Sometimes our promotion is based on the fact that we don't have, we're being held back because we don't have people in place to step into where we are. And so we are not ready to go to the next level. So in order to be able to go to the next level, we got to have people in place. So we talk about that. We talk about utilizing volunteers because a lot of ministries, right? It's nonprofit. Your basis, your money is based on whether somebody gives their tithes and offerings. Sometimes that may work, sometimes it's not. So you may not be able to have a full staff, but you can have volunteers. So talking about job descriptions, how you can help train and equip those volunteers, how can you make them excited about coming to church and coming to the ministry and serving in those areas every day. And then of course, we talk about the spiritual life.
Right.
So how, like, you can't run ministry and you can't run business without having God in that equation. So how to have a successful spiritual life. So that includes getting in your word. So what are some practical things that you can do to do that all the time, morning and night? Your prayer life, how to have a successful prayer life, and having a daily schedule that you can manage to do all those things in. Make sure we're focusing on that first before we start getting into the nitty gritty of our day and get distracted. So those are some of the things in the modules that we're working on, which I'm really excited about. Hopefully it'll help somebody.
Yeah, that sounds real good. I mean, that'll help me if it don't help nobody else. But I think that, because just to understand what pastors go through, a lot of people don't understand the burden of being a pastor, and they think it's really easy or glamorous, but the stress that the pastor's wife, the apostles, the bishop, whoever in leadership, sometimes it's so heavy on them. Yeah. And, a lot of people are wondering, how can pastors commit suicide, or how do, pastors walk away from it all? Because it's so much pressure. It's so much stress. And if you don't have a outlet or a system in place where you can, fall on your team and say, hey, I need to take a sabbatical, maybe a week off, 2 weeks off, and just regroup myself and get in the face of God and let God restore me. Because right now my mind is not being, of God right now, because I just really want to tell God, I don't want to do this no more. I just want to drop it and leave it alone, and I haven't even been in that capacity in ministry, and you still want to just say, hey, God, no, you didn't call me to this. I'd rather deal with the jokers on the street than dealing with some of these folks in the church, right? So, so I understand that you have to make sure that you have a team that you can fall back on. You can make sure that if God elevates you to, being an apostle and you have to travel, you have different ministry. He wants you to expand your borders, expand your territory. What that Jabez, when he tell you
enlarge my territory.
Right. He wants you to enlarge your territory. You say, God, enlarge my territory, but you ain't got, you don't have anybody in place where you can get once your territory is enlarged, that you can say, hey, I'm gonna put you in this place, while I'm traveling to this place to get this together. So it's very important. I think that is very informative. I think it's very needed, especially during ministry. People just think ministry and church folk is easy and it's glamorous. Some people make it look glamorous, but it's really not. It's really not. Sometimes it's really stressful.
There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into ministry. And
absolutely,
I've seen it firsthand. Obviously, being in the position that I'm in, I've, been in church almost all my life. And I've seen a lot of ups and downs and a lot of behind the scenes. And, ministry leaders, pastors, apostles, they got feelings too. They go through things. They have families that a lot of times they make sacrifices for the ministry that other people wouldn't even consider doing. And so whatever it takes to help them, whatever it takes to support it and support their needs so that they can be free, so that they can have a weekend off with their family and different things like that. That's what we want. That's what we want. And they'll be so more renewed and refreshed and full of the word so that they can give us what we need as people in the church, right? So that's the goal.
That is the goal. And some people need to start looking at that, as we talk about pastors and apostles and things, not just that he's a man and he can do it, but he needs some time too, or she needs some time, because we have female pastors too. Or she needs some time that she needs to regroup, because like I used to say, I don't think I'm called to be a pastor. First of all, we have that monthly every month, and we wire it differently. Because, when that comes around, our hormones are like this. So, sometimes we can't function properly. That's just my opinion. That's, I'm not saying I'm not called to be a pastor. I might be, but that's just my opinion, because we are emotional creatures. And that's what God made us that way, But back to the question at hand. But we just need to make sure that it's systems in place. And I think that is very good that you're thinking outside the box and you're trying to help pastors and minister leaders and formulate teams. And, because even in the secular world, you're not as good as your team. If you don't have a team that cannot run, if you're not there, then you're not an effective leader. We've always been taught that, because I worked 10 years at Walmart, and we all know how Walmart is. So yes, so that was, to be an effective leader, that store manager always had to groom out of the assistant managers where we was up under them. So if he was not grooming us, so when he was not there, he always had to call the store. So, but it's just the same as ministry leaders. If the pastor's not there, he always got to call somebody in the church, be like, what's going on? Or let me log on and see what's going on in church, But if you got the right person, it's going to flow. So, that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. And I got a comment from my good friend Tiffany. She always come in and she said, you cannot succeed as a leader and your team fails. That is so, so true. What you think about that comment?
That's true. It's a reflection of who you are as a leader. So you really have to invest in them. And really, people enjoy and appreciate being invested in. They will do so much more for you if they know you have their back. If they know that you're pouring everything into them, you support them, you care about them, they will go to the ends of the earth for you. So it's so important to be a passionate leader, someone who is not just training, but also cares about those people that are serving with them, has a genuine desire to see them grow, has a genuine desire to see them flourishing and thriving in their family and their business and whatever they're doing outside of the area that they're helping you in. Because if you're only expressing interest in the things that they're helping you in or with, then that's not genuine. But when you see the big picture, you're asking them about their family and their job and different things like that, they feel valued. And they know that you are, hey, you're in the hospital, I'm coming to see you, or I'm taking care of you, or I'm sending a meal or whatever. And that goes a long way. And so as leaders, we have to model that, because we're going to go above and beyond for them. And then they're going to go above and beyond for us, whether we're here or whether we're stepping away or have to take an emergency. They're like, you know what, I'm jumping in, because she would do the same thing for us. We've all been under bad management where you know, it's like, oh well, like that's not on me, because you know they could care less about you. And so you don't want that. You want the opposite. You want a team that's you know, tight knit, ready to jump in, ready to serve, and it's all on how you lead them. So.
That's right. That's good. This has been a very informative conversation. Tell the people again where they can, if they want to get in contact with you, how they can get in contact with you on your social media. I know I got it up here, but just anything else that you want to add for the people, if you have a nugget that you want to leave for the people before we close out Kitchen Conversations, please, by all means, feel free to express that.
Okay. Well, as I said, you can find me on Instagram. I'm at The Tailored Coach on Instagram. I give lots of tips for leaders. I give lots of tips on ministry. So even if you follow me for the tips, do that. But you can also DM me, like I said, the word 5 steps, and I'll send you an ebook in your inbox. I think it'll be valuable for anyone that's in a leadership position. I do have a website, thetailoredcoach.com. If you want to book a session with me, you would go there to do that. You can read all about me on my website. I try to make it really easy to use, user-friendly, or just, you know, catch up with me in the DMs. I'm happy to talk to anybody, answer questions. I am like an introvert, extrovert. What do they call it? The ambivert.
I am too. Right? I think what's it called? Ambivert.
Ambivert. So I freak out right before I got on camera, and then I'm okay now, and then I'm gonna freak out again afterwards, and it's okay. But
I do the same thing.
But if you find yourself stressed out, you find yourself like lacking a plan, you need some organization, you know, you need some goals, you need to know how you're going to get from point A to point B. I'm your girl. I can help with any of that. I'm happy to do it. I love doing it. I am really passionate about it. And I love seeing people see results. So I'm not going to let you walk away without making that happen. So
that's right. That's right.
And I love my spirit-led action takers, those people that have a vision from God and then they're ready to do something about it. I love that. And I'm there to roll up my sleeves and do the work.
Yes. And she will help you get to the point that you need to get to the point. I am one of her what's the word I want to say? Testimonies.
Yeah, okay, testimonials.
Testimony. I'm one of her testimonies because she has helped me. I promise you, whenever I roll this out, it's going to be good. It's going to be big. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do it on the web or do I want to do it like a retreat type of thing and roll it out. You know, I'm trying to think of that. So, because I think that the inner healing, I like to be touchable. I guess that's a word. I want to be touchable and I want to be personable with those people. And if, you know, to me, you can do it virtually. You can be personable and touchable, but I really feel like in a retreat, you really can get to the nitty gritty. You really can get to what you actually can help these people when, you know, whenever I launch it. So, but
and true ministry can happen in a setting like that as well. So I love that. I love that. I'm excited. I'm ready for you to get going.
Well, thank you. See, I'm telling you, child, she'll make you feel like you're Superwoman around here. So So Jennifer, I really appreciate you coming on Kitchen Conversations just to tell the people what all you did, what all you do as the Taylor coach, and sharing your business opportunities, business strategies, even ministerial strategies that, sometimes we forget that we need, so, but I just appreciate you coming on, appreciate your I call it friendship, because I feel like we've gotten a bond, being, working together and things of that nature. And I just really just pray blessings upon your businesses, your whatever else you have to do, your ministry, I just pray that God just blow on whatever you do, and it just multiplies 100-fold. So I just appreciate you, because I know the heart that you have, because we have our own Zoom time together. And I just think that God has amazing things for you to do. And I just bless you on,
Thank you so much.
just everything you do.
We have become friends, and I love these conversations. I love being on this show today. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share. I enjoyed every minute of it, and I can't wait to see what we do next. So very excited. And I thank you, everybody, for joining. I really enjoyed it.
Amen. So you all know that we are a Christian talk show. So I would be in a miss if I did not offer Jesus as your Lord and Savior tonight. If anybody needs in a backslidden state, if you just need salvation on tonight, I just ask that you just put it in the comments, DM me. It's just easy as ABCs. A, accept. B, believe. And C, confess. Once you do that, you are saved. So we're just going to offer Jesus to you guys tonight. That those that are not saved, those that are not in a backslidden state, you don't reach a Bible like you're supposed to, you don't pray like you're supposed to, but we can always restore you. We're always supposed to restore such a one. So we are here. Even if you want to reach out to Jennifer, she is a minister. She can restore you as well. She can offer Christ to you. We are here to be vessels. We are here to be servants. Real leaders are servants. Amen. Real leaders, real apostles, real bishops, real pastors. We are servants first, because that's what God calls us. We are servants. So we are here to serve. We are here to pray for you. We are here to counsel you. We're just here for you. So if anybody needs prayer, if anybody needs to need salvation, please feel free to inbox me, inbox Jennifer anytime, and we can pray for you. We can agree with you. We can take you through deliverance, because deliverance is a thing. So I want y'all to always know that. So I'm here for you whenever you need me to pray for you, because I am an intercessor at heart. That's what God calls all of us to do. If you're in ministry, if you're a leader in ministry, you are supposed to be an intercessor. You're supposed to intercede for your people. So we are here to intercede. So I thank you again, Jennifer, for coming on Kitchen Conversations. And I just thank you. I love you. And I just wish nothing but the best for you and your husband and your kids. Hey, kids. And your ministry. So thanks again. And we're going to say good night to my people. Thank you for logging on with me tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me. Log on again on it's supposed to be the third Thursday, but I am in the middle of moving, so y'all gonna have to log on to next Kitchen Conversation. So it's gonna probably be the fourth Thursday instead of the third Thursday, because I'll be in the middle of a move. So then you have to see where I'm at. So okay, so y'all need to log on the fourth Thursday this time. The fourth Thursday only this month. The fourth Thursday to see where I actually moved to. So, and I got some more news. So when that comes on,
Victoria, you did an amazing job as always. I'm so proud of you. I love everything that you're doing. I'm so excited for you and your ministry and your upcoming events and things that you have going on. Blessings over you and your family as well. Blessings over your move. Yes, we pray in our Zoom calls. Yes, we do that. It's always an opportunity for us to see the manifestation of what God has called us and what God has given us. So I'm so excited for you. And
Thank you.
Thank you again for having me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to say good night, and thank you all for joining in on tonight. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.